The dogs and I are heading out on an adventure on Whidbey Island. We are waiting in line for the ferry. Always really fun when I have to take the ferry to start an adventure. We are going somewhere that has a combination of history and nature, one of my favorite combinations. The ferry that I'm on is the Tokatay. It went into service in 2014 and it is 362 feet long. The town of Clinton is just across there on Whidbey Island, and I can see the Kitsap ferry already there. Tokatay means pretty day, nice colors in the Chinook jargon, which was a trade language. There's the tip. I'm not sure if I would say this day has a lot of pretty colors. It looks like mostly shades of gray, but it is pretty. Our destination, Fort Ebey State Park. I parked at the beach overlook, and the restrooms are way back around this corner. So there is parking there as well. If you need a restroom, you might want to just park there or drive over there first. There's 25 miles of hiking trails in this park. All right, first we are heading to the beach. There's a beach we're going to check out and a lake. And if we can find it, we're going to check out something called the Grandpa Tree. And then we're going to go check out the old battery here at Fort Ebey. With the wind, this is looking really beautiful out here. Not much beach. Wow, it is really beautiful out here. We're looking across at the Olympics. Kelp roots that are sticking up the wrong way always remind me of like the poor unfortunate souls from The Little Mermaid. All right, we're not going to go up the same trail we came to the beach on. We only saw a tiny bit of this park's 3-mile shoreline, but there was a lot more I wanted to see this day. Wow, from up here you can see just how much driftwood has been shoved up against this bluff by the waves. That's crazy. Going further up the bluff. There's the trail we came up on. Huh, I feel like I'm going the wrong way. But I think this is just to keep people from walking off the edge. Well, this is not the way to do a hike. I looked at a map earlier, didn't memorize it, didn't pull it out when I got here really. And I was gonna try to use the force to find the lake. Lake Pondilla. So I guess like a pond that's Godzilla. A big pond? We'll find out. But look what I found. I can see it sparkling through the trees. The force works. Pleasant out, not very cold. I put my hat on because it's so windy. I know my hair will just end up in my face, and that is so frustrating. But I'm almost down to the edge of the lake now, so I don't know. I don't think we can walk all around it. I'll find out. Definitely show you a view in a minute. Looks like the trail goes around this edge of the lake, so let's find out. We came from that direction when we cut down, and we just cut back up to this main trail. So I think we were kind of on a social trail. Hopefully we'll get some good views. Lake Pondilla. Some really neat birds out there. This one's Got a huge neck. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. So the cormorant went down right here, and I wanted to zoom in on him, but what I didn't see was this guy. Wow. How awesome is that? Well, that was cool. I see eagles fairly frequently, but the amazement never wears off. They're just so beautiful and big and powerful. And oh, there comes one across the lake. Oh man, it's a second eagle. Oh man, I just missed it. That second eagle came swooping across the lake. It probably landed with the first one. But now we're right on the shore. All right, I've only come about a half mile since getting out of the car, and now we're heading off this way. If need be, I can pull up a map, but I'm pretty sure that this loops back towards where we parked. Oh, we've got a V. Which way do I go? Okay, I did actually take a screenshot of the flyer for this park, so it's not super clear, but I believe I need to go this way. Came to another Y in the trail, and I'm gonna go this way because boardwalk. Man, I wish it was a little later in the season. Maybe we'd see some frogs in there. This trail was leading me away from the direction I wanted to go, and PNT stood for Pacific Northwest Trail. That trail goes from the Pacific Ocean clear to the Continental Divide, and I wasn't going that far today, so I turned around. We just came back from that little side trail we took, and now we're heading back this way. So we're kind of going in the general direction of where we parked. Yep, we're back at the car. This is what I get for not having a great map. All right, so we're here, and we just went along the beach and then up around the pond. We kind of went up this way a little bit, and we came back. Now this trail is the bluff trail, so I think I definitely want to take some of that. But when I get all the way down here, what I want to see next is the battery. And the battery is right here, closer to the campground. So I don't see a connector. I'm just going to go out on the bluff a little ways and come back. Then I think I am going to drive over so we can check out the battery. So let's see if we can find that bluff trail. I think it's over here. Here we are back at the beach. But this time, we're going to go this way. By the way, that part that we did along the beach, up through the woods to the lake, around the lake and back to the car, was almost exactly a mile. Now we're up and seeing some views. Views of the water. Looks like some kind of a beacon or a weather post or something up here. Looks like some solar panels up here, maybe some kind of a beacon or a weather station. We'll go check it out and check out the view in front of it. Huh. I definitely don't want you getting in there. Oh, this is all concrete, so this has got to be part of the old bunker system as well. Fort Ebey was built here on Partridge Point in 1942 as part of the coastal defense during World War II. The main battery, which we'll see in a bit, had two 6-inch guns. After the war, they were cut up for scrap. My hat was driving me nuts, so I took it off. I chose a bad time to take it off. This is what happens. Now I only get peekaboo views through my own hair. Maybe I better put it back on. I'm just glad it's not raining. Knock on wood. Okay. This way is towards the water. Ooh. Wow, we're not gonna have to go very far to see these old batteries and things after all. Let's see if this one's open. Oh, it is. And it's lit. We have a view here. Cool. Somebody put a stump inside. Wow, that's an interesting perspective. This says Bluff Trail, which is what we're going on. And then I'm not sure what this trail is, but we're gonna go ahead and keep on the Bluff Trail. Tina's Mystery Hike. I can't remember if I mentioned earlier, but I was actually gonna do a different hike, but it looked like it was gonna pour rain. And this one looked like it might stay dry, so I pivoted, but I did not do the research. Back on the bluff. So pretty. Man, I just love this view. The only thing that would make this better is some orcas. I always say that, but it never happens. One of these days. This trail's pretty good for elevation. I don't know if you can tell, but the beach was like way back down there. We were climbing up this hill along the bluff. Not too many views of the water, but some. I said I was only going to go about a half mile, and it's a bit over that, and I'm still going. This is just such a great walk. There is quite like a little slope to go up, but now I'm on kind of a flat area and I can see the water, and it's exhilarating with this breeze. Little squirrel. I think I reached the other end of the bluff trail. Ooh, and I'm glad we came all the way. Look at this. This is beautiful. It's a big grassy clearing here. This is where maybe the gun battery was. I see this big circular area that maybe they pivoted the gun around. Let's check it out. Nothing there now. Let's go look at this sign. Maybe it'll show how it used to look. We're here, and that round circle is where the gun was, or one of the two guns. The other one was on the other side, so probably just through there. And we're gonna go through this door we just saw and see how far we can get into this area. Does this one open? Ooh, it does. Not a whole lot going on in here. Let's go this way. Looking at the map, this was the shell room. Echo. Ooh. Want to howl? Okay, wait. Ow! You gonna howl? Ow! Something there. This would have been the power room with 3 diesel generators. Whoa. That's a big room. I didn't know it because I was just looking at this little hole, and without my light, it just looks like a little alcove, not a whole room. Neat. All sorts of stuff in the dark here. I haven't got out my headlamp, but it's kind of cooler this way. What's in here? I hear birds singing outside. It's like a little maze. I used to love these places when I was a kid. And I have never been to Fort Ebey. Like, there's some kind of railing system up there. Maybe to hold the pipes. Oh, there's actually more to this than I thought. Once you turn the light on, there's a whole room back here. You guys didn't know that, did you? Here's that second gun battery location. We're back out into the daylight. The wind noise in the original audio is just too bad. Here we are heading for the spotters' hideout. The guns of Fort Ebey, which could shoot projectiles up to 15 miles, never did fire on any enemies. The fort was decommissioned in the late 1940s, and the Washington State Park Service acquired it in 1968. It was first opened as a park in 1981. It was super fun to explore this site and learn a little history, but it was time to turn around and head for the car and home. And I have to say, it did turn into a tokatay. It's definitely a nice day with pretty colors. Well, that was just a lot of fun. I only hiked about 2.9 miles total, all the way down to the beach and then to Pondilla Lake, and then out along the bluff trail to the gun battery and the bunkers, or whatever they're called. It was beautiful, even though it was windy, and we didn't get rained on is the important thing. Wonderful day out. There's a lot more to see at this park. Like I said, 25 miles of trails, and they do have a campground. So I think I'll have to come back here and definitely do some more exploring. But today's little day trip was just what the doctor ordered. I hope you enjoyed this little adventure, and off we go to catch the ferry.